Hello all, welcome to our channel Also Ready CP. So few years back, like some 3-4 years back, there are multiple options in car. Like for example, if you want to buy a car below 6 lakhs, you have a set of options. And when you want to buy a car from 6 to 11 lakhs, you have a set of options. From 11 lakhs, you have different set of options. But now, after the recent increase in price, every year the car price has drastically increased, which means for 6 to 10 to 6 to 11 lakhs price segment, you have very minimal choices here. So, of which more than 90% of my known circle people goes only to Tata Nexon, and this is one of the car which you are going to see in detail. And this car has a fancy number 6000, and it's a well and clean, neatly maintained a 1 year car which has run 10,000 kilometers last year. Let's have a detailed look about this car first. What are the features it has? In the front, as you can see, it's neatly packed car. The design is a killer, and they have upgraded since its launch multiple times. So starting from this, we have a fog lamp, followed by a projector headlamp and a halogen setup for dim and bright, followed by that a glossy finish for the Tata grill, and one beautiful attraction over here is below this number plate. This is something quite unique which you can see in any car. This makes this car more unique, and this car is pleasant to see too. Followed by that, Tata has given a frameless wiper of very good quality, and then integrated ORVM with indicators with piano black finish. Followed by that, we have installed a rain visor with the chrome touch. Followed by that, it has a roof rail too, which adds more aesthetic to the car. And we do have side cladding too. And one thing to mention is its broad and wide tire. So when we speak about the broad and wide tire, they have given something like 215 60 R16, which make this car more planted when we drive at high speeds and even at normal speeds when we drive through the potholes. When we come to the rear design, it has a shark fin antenna, and then we have a small spoiler with light integrated, rear wiper, LED halogen combo tail set, which is more attractive and which attracts many people to buy this car, and few may not like, but it's actually good. And we do have a reflector over there, well integrated camera, and then a neatly spaced Nexon logo, two parking sensors near the number plate. It's well integrated, which actually makes the car pleasant, and also it's well packed and fully integrated and fully loaded car when it comes to the outlook with alloy wheels. And to open the trunk, we have to press this button and ensure your key is nearby. And Tata is well known for its space from the Indica era. As usual, and being a big car, this has a very big boot space which can occupy four occupants luggage for 4 days easily, and also it has a rear parcel tray too. And then we have installed 70% sun film too from 3M brand. And to open this car, just press the button. When it opens, automatically the ORVM opens, and when you lock again, the ORVM closes. Let's see the features that they have added one by one. So first, in the door panel, we have a reflector installed at the bottom, followed by a water bottle storage space, and then a unique feature like umbrella holder, which you can see in Rolls-Royce. That's something actually impress a lot, umbrella holder. And apart from that, we do have chrome finish for the levers and 4 power windows, its control, and the ORVM button. So when you push, it opens, and when you push it back again, it closes manually. And it's a push button car, so just press once, the cluster gets on, as you can see. Then engage the clutch, and when we push it again, the car gets started. Now the car is running. Let's turn on the AC. This is the automatic climate control AC, and it's easily accessible, and all the controls for this are integrated to this touchscreen. As you can see, the fan speed, and if I turn the other side knob, you can see the climate So 24 degree, 25 degree. So it's well integrated. This car is completely integrated to the system, and this is the thing that they are following since its launch. And this is something that we have to appreciate. And the steering is well wrapped. Also, it has tilt function. There is no zigzag option, but only tilt. So you can move up and down, but you cannot bring front and back. And the IRVM has a good visibility of the whole car and the rear view too. And followed by that, we have a light. Behind that, we have a sun visor. And when we come to the vanity mirror, there is no vanity mirror on the driver's side, but in the passenger side, there is a vanity mirror installed, but there is no light, but that is fine. Coming to the fit and finish, it's so good, and here as you can see, there is a glossy finished texture pattern over here, which is actually more impressive. Also, we can either control this using a touch. If you don't like touch, you can control them using the button. It's the same thing like a normal keypad phone as we have. You can control either via the buttons or in touchscreen. It's up to you based on the user's wish. But they have made it such a way that it works in both the way. As you can see, I can adjust the volume. I can go front, back in the screen. Whatever I need, I can do it from here too. And then we do have multiple storage options. So here we have a coin storage option next to the driver side. Followed by that, we do have a place to hold the key holder, and even the USB port is over there. Followed by that, near our brake lever, handbrake lever, we do have a space like this, which we have to open with our hand. When we push that, there is a storage space, and that storage space is not so small because when you pull the armrest, that extends, which is a huge space. And the armrest is well placed in its right position, and it's more cushioned too. And we do have three drive modes: Eco, City, and Sport. So when you select each mode, right, it says in audio you are in city mode, eco mode, and sports mode. The difference is nothing but the torque delivery, how it delivers, or the power it delivers. Eco mode is not that good to drive, but city mode is really good. And with sport mode, the car flies as it is. The torque is more and the power is more. That's how it releases. This mainly helps to managed driving and also for improved mileage. And then we do have a 6-speed gearbox, and to engage the reverse we have to push this knob, which is very common nowadays. And since it has 6 gears, in order to avoid confusion they have added this, it seems, so that either 6 gear or reverse, you can, when you put it normally it will be 6 gear, when you pull it, it will be the reverse. And then it has an integrated audio control in the steering, followed by that wiper with 6-speed adjustment. And also for light we have the adjustment. Also the leveler is also placed in the same knob itself. That's something impressive. Followed by that we have this digital instrument cluster, which has adequate information like RPM, fuel, heater, and also when it comes to the instrument console, average kilometer mileage, distance to empty, temperature, and also two trip meters, trip A, trip B, which is more than adequate. And then to move on, there is a button over this glossy one. If you press this, we have a cooled glove box, and that quality is so good. And at the top we have a place to keep the document. We can keep it either here or on the driver's side vanity place, wherever you want we can place it on. But this is so impressive. The quality is something that we have to mention. So we have to just press this and it opens. We have a cup holder. We have multiple storage options over here. And then when we move on to the left hand side door, even it has an umbrella holder, which is something that we have to appreciate. And we do have a decent bottle space holder too, and it has a decent speaker setup too, and also the fabric near the door panel, that is also so good. The one thing that really impresses is its fit, touch and finish. And also we do have an height adjustable seat belt leveler, which many car lacks nowadays, but they have included this too. And when we move on to the rear space, right, so it has a 60/40 seat and also a center armrest, and this center armrest has two cup holders too. and the legroom is decent. I will show in detail. And also we do have AC vent for the people who sits at the rear. That's very very impressive. But we don't have a charger holder there, but still it's fine. So to look into the rear space comfort, so now the driver seat has been pushed to some extent to the position that I could drive, but still I am able to sit freely. I am around 5'7", but still I am able to sit freely. And in the rear we do have an adjustable headrest, and also as I mentioned, the seat is 60/40, so you can either close the full seat or even you can close one seat, and you can make use of the whole trunk that's up to our need. So you can easily close this and access the trunk or utilize this space. Apart from that, some of the accessories that we have added is we have added a memory foam headrest, two hangers at the rear seats, and also a floor mat, plastic floor mat for an added comfort. So with this the interior gets over. Now let's get into the engine bay, which is nothing but the bonnet. So this bonnet really impresses a lot. Any mechanic can work on this, and even a person who has some little knowledge on car can easily understand what is inside this. Now let's see few of the components that would be easily able to understand. So the first thing they have placed at the left side is the ABS module. Followed by that we have brake fluid, engine oil. Below that engine is there. On top of this we have air filter, turbocharger. At the right side we have coolant, radiator coolant that we charge full, and then followed by that we have battery, fuse box, and then wiper fluid filler, which everyone has to know what are the components available over here. Followed by that replacing the bulb, which is a very common thing that everyone should know. So replacing that is very easy in this car. The dust cover they have placed such a way that just twist it on to open, and you can directly change the bulb by yourself. And we have placed a separate video on how to change the bulb. You can have a look in our playlist too. And this car is a 1.2 liter turbocharged, some 120 bhp and 170 Nm torque car, and the power is so good for this 3-cylinder engine, which I have to mention. And the vibration level is adequate. The car is on now. The vibration is adequate. Being a 3-cylinder engine, there will be small vibration, but that's negligible. So now let's move on to the driving part. So the drivability is actually so good. I have tested this car vastly for many kilometers, and based on my observation, if you drive in eco mode it's really not that great to drive, but in city mode it's actually so good. And in city mode, if you drive well and good by slightly engaging the clutch, you can easily yield 11 kilometers for sure. And when you go in highways, you can't drive in city mode because the car is eager to pull. So just push to sport mode and try to cruise in a decent speed, which can yield you 15 to 16 kilometers for sure. People yields more than that, but this is the maximum kilometer that I could able to achieve. 15 is the one that I was able to achieve, and the bonnet is fully visible. So even for short rider, this car should be the great deal. And when it comes to the service cost and the service, many people say that the Tata service is actually poor, but with respect to this car, we don't see any issues with the service center. The service center, we are 100% satisfied with that. The yearly service cost is around 5,000, which is acceptable because for any car that we purchase today, it would be 5,000 per year. And for this price range and for this quality and for this broader tire, this car is something that you can buy blindly in case the service issues are addressed well and good. Also to mention, this car is really good in terms of drivability, usability, and also cost effective and user friendly in terms of service cost. Also the turning radius is adequate and the power delivery is linear. So when you do some sudden overtakes, right, there you can feel some drop in sudden pickup that we have to accept because it's a 1.2 liter engine, but still it's negligible. But the comfort this car offers is really well and good. And also, if you do have any comments about this car or anything that I missed, you can directly mention in the comment, which we will address it out. And with this, we'll close this video. Thank you all for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.